Back in December, I put a tweet out on Twitter about Luke the Nuke Littler. And I basically said that I didn't want to see Luke in this year's Premier League. And the reason why I said that was because I didn't want Luke to become the next player who gets paraded around and ends up burning out completely, playing too much darts, falling out of love with the game, not performing to his best ability. And since then, he's won just about everything. He's hit 9 darters, he's hit so many 180s, he's beaten so many good players. And I just wanted to go through what he's done, basically. The reason why I put a tweet out, I actually deleted the tweet because the tweet was going along the lines of, I want to see him progress through the correct ways for him to become the best dart player in the world. I have no thought, I have no reason or anything. I still believe that he will be or already is the best player in the world. I think he will continue to be the best player in the world, or at least one of the top 3 players. And I think if anyone's got a chance of getting anywhere near GOAT status since Michael van Gerwen, it is Luke Littler. The reason why I deleted the tweet originally was because there were a lot of casual dart fans who didn't understand what I was trying to say. A lot of people thought I was trying to say he doesn't deserve it, which is obviously not the case. I just wanted Luke to be able to play darts freely. The thing was, he went from playing development tour darts, which is like once a month, to playing professional darts, which is like 3, 4, 5 times a week. He was going to go from playing the development tour and playing in the JDC stuff and playing in the WDF events, which is not very frequent, to playing Pro Tours, Euro Tours, TV tournaments, Premier Leagues, all sorts. And my worry about Luke was that he would burn out and he would just get tired and he'd just get a bit bored of darts. But yeah, since then, he's absolutely smashed it. He has been the best player in the world by a fair way as well, I would say. I think he's clearly, in 2024, the best dart player in the world right now. And I think his achievements so far this year have proved that. But let's go through some of his achievements that he's done. It's a bit nuts, actually, to be fair, what he's achieved so far. So, as of 2024, he is currently 4th in the averages. He's the 4th highest average of all the players. There's only a couple of players above him. 3 players above him. That's how 4th works. He has hit the most 180s out of anyone in professional darts, with 398 so far. He is the first of that list. 100 plus averages. He's hit 45. That puts him the number 1 player in the world for 100 plus averages. His following is unbelievable. Let's go through some of his following numbers. On Twitter, 200,000 followers. On Instagram, 1.3 million followers. And on TikTok, 400,000 followers. Now, he's appeared in just about everything. Every single person wants a bit of Luke Littler at the moment, and has done since the World Championships. He's been on the Jackmate podcast. He's been on Jonathan Ross. He's been on like other game shows and charity events and stuff. He's on the Sidecast, the Sidemen. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the Sidemen. They're one of like the biggest YouTube groups in the world. They want a bit of Luke Littler. That goes from someone from a YouTube perspective, that is mental. That is absolutely nuts. That just shows how massively popular Luke is at the moment, and probably will continue to be as well. He's been on all sorts. He's been on so many bits. He's currently doing live streams with Angry Ginge, who is like the number 1 streamer in the UK. He is just so in demand, and he's taken it all in his stride really well, and he's just absolutely smashing it. Some other things that he's done. He hit a 9 darter in the Bahrain Darts Masters. He then won the Bahrain Darts Masters. He hit a 9 darter in the first Players' Championships he was ever allowed to play in, and he also won that. He hit a 9 darter in the Belgian Darts Open. He also won the Belgian Darts Open. And he hit a 9 darter in the Premier League, which was last week, and he also won the Premier League. He is so unbelievably good at darts. I've never really seen a player like this. When Fallon Sherrock come on the scene, I thought Fallon would be the biggest sort of newcomer-ish in the world of darts. I didn't think anyone or anyone soon, certainly not this soon, would ever sort of overtake the popularity that Fallon Sherrock had. But I think it's quite safe to say that Luke Littler definitely has done that. He's just one of the most popular people in the world. Honestly, if you ask someone randomly, you go walk down the street and you speak to someone completely random and you say, "Do you know who Luke Littler is?" Odds are they're probably going to say, "Is he the guy who plays darts?" They will probably, even if they don't know who he is or they've never watched him, they will know that Luke Littler is the guy who plays darts, the young lad who plays darts. And the popularity for him is just outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous. There's only ever been a few players in darts history who have managed to sort of garner that sort of level of fame and popularity and stuff. And I would probably go so far as to say back in the day it was probably Bristow. He was probably the first one who really got a lot of popularity through playing darts. After that, Phil Taylor. After that, you could argue Michael Van Gerwen was the next one, potentially Barney maybe, but that kind of like overlapped in the Phil Taylor era a little bit. After Michael Van Gerwen, I would say it was probably Fallon Sherrock, and then after Fallon Sherrock, it's Luke Littler. There really have been few players who have taken the darts world by storm in the way that Luke has done it. I think Luke has done it better than anyone else has. Obviously, it's still very early in his career, so I'm not comparing him to Phil Taylor. I'm just saying that the popularity level is very, very similar, or probably more than what it was with Phil Taylor when he sort of come on the scene and started winning everything. But yeah, in the day of social media, it is very much the young people who are interested in darts now because of Luke. His darts must have sold tens, if not hundreds of thousands of sets of his own darts via Target, I would imagine. Every single kid who wants to play darts, the darts that they want are the Luke Littlers. People aren't interested in buying Gary Anderson darts as much as they were when I was younger and stuff. They're not interested in buying the Phil Taylor darts. They're not interested in buying the Michael Van Gerwen darts. They all want the Luke Littler darts, and it's just mind-boggling. It's so good. Obviously, I'm very, very happy for him, and it's good for the sport as well. The sport has just gone nuts in the last few months. I mean, I'm sitting here in front of you as a full-time YouTuber. It's something that I've done since 2019, and it's not anything I've ever considered going full-time on. I've never thought I would be a full-time YouTuber doing darts. I thought it'd always be a bit of a hobby, but because of the added interest that Luke Littler has brought, I'm now sitting in front of you as a full-time darts YouTuber, which is crazy. Absolutely mental. And that is literally because of Luke Littler and the popularity that he has and the following that he has. When I was a kid, I played darts from about 8 or 9 years old. And if I went to school and I was talking about darts, there might be one other person in the whole school I could chat to about darts. And that was because their dad played darts in the same league that I played darts in. But nowadays, like, Bobby's sister is at school and she will talk about how people are interested in darts and how people are watching darts content and how everyone knows who Luke Littler is. And we just never had that when I was a kid. But to be a kid now in the world of darts, it's just all Luke Littler. And I just hope that this continues, and I hope that Luke continues to do what he's doing, and I hope he doesn't get burnt out, and I hope he just continues to smash it, because everyone's benefiting off the back of Luke. So many people, the PDC are bigger than they've ever been. Darts itself, is bigger than it's ever been. People are watching darts, like the viewing figures are bigger than they've ever been, and that is mainly because of Luke the Nuke. Yeah, it is just absolutely outrageous. Let me know your guys' thoughts about the whole Luke taking over the darting world. I've sort of like shared my thoughts there. I wouldn't say I was wrong. I wouldn't say I was wrong to suggest that he shouldn't have been put in the Premier League as early as he was. I think that it was a fair argument to say that I wanted to see him sort of like progress a little bit slower, if that makes sense, and sort of like not be pushed into everything all at once. But he's handled it way better than I thought he would as a 17-year-old kid. He's done everything better than I think most people expected. The burnout hasn't come yet. I think eventually there will be a burnout. There will be a slight burnout on Luke. I think he will get tired, but I think he's got the right people around him to manage it really, really well. And I don't think it's going to be much of a factor. I think he might have a couple of weeks where he has maybe the odd low to mid 90 average. He might lose a couple of games here and there, but I think he's just going to bounce back and continue doing what he's doing. Let me know how many world championships do you think Luke's going to win? Because he's going to win some, isn't he? I don't know how many he's going to win. If I had to put, I think a good goal for Luke would be in his career, if he can win 6 world championships, then that puts him above Barney, that puts him above Bristow, that puts him. The only person who's won more is Phil Taylor, and let's be fair, no one's ever going to catch Phil's 16 World Championship record. I don't think Luke's going to catch Phil's 16 World Championship record. I think that's just an absolutely outrageous number. I don't think that's catchable by anyone, ever. But I guess if anyone can do it, I mean, what's he got? 33 years till he's 50? He needs to win. That's the thing, isn't it? If he's got 33 years till he's 50, he needs to win at least every other World Championships till he's 50 to have a chance of taking Phil's 16 world titles. But I guess it's doable. I guess if anyone can do it at the moment, Luke's probably the only one. Van Gerwen is 34, 35. I don't think he'll play much longer, or I don't think he'll play at the top level much longer than past 50. And he's only on 3 world championships. Yeah, I think Luke's got a very, very good chance of potentially taking that record, although I don't think that record will ever be beaten. But if anyone can do it, it's probably Luke. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. That's my thoughts about all of this. And I'm looking forward to reading through your comments and seeing what you guys think. Do you think there could be a burnout at some point? If so, when? I must admit, I thought it would have happened by now with the amount of darts that he's playing, but it seemingly hasn't. He's still throwing 100-plus averages. Like, his 100-plus... I look at some stats earlier. His 100-plus averages, it was 45 out of, 100. So he's nearly throwing a 100-plus average every other match, which is just crazy. But yeah, hopefully the Luke Littler effect continues, and everyone seems to do well off it. Everyone benefits from Luke, and he is growing the sport faster than anyone I've ever seen. So yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let me know, and yeah, see you in the next one. Goodbye.